Hello, welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today. I'm your host, Jeff Corked, joined today by Leo Vader.
Did you say Jeff Corked?
I said Jeff Corked. I was doing a little past tense action.
I like it.
Yeah, you know how it is. Anyway, Leo Vader and Imran Khan.
Actually, Imran Khan now, because I like the past tense thing.
Imran Khan, all right. So, Imran Khan, what are we looking at?
The other day I got a chance to go to Bandai-Namco and play the new Soulcalibur build, which has a couple of new characters that they announced yesterday. So I got a chance to try them out and, just basically give the game a test drive.
So, one of the new characters is this Grow fellow, correct? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
I believe it's Grow. It has one of those, I think, Scandinavian O's.
I'm not a fan, if we're being completely honest. It's going to be a nightmare to play along with it for like one preview, and then we'll just go back to using the letter O.
As somebody that has to type this stuff out, it is actually really annoying to have to Google that and then copy paste that one letter just repeatedly into the names. But yeah, Grow is the new character. He was the only new character revealed. The rest are returning, but he is apparently an assassin that whenever he comes into battle, he will dismissively tell the other person I think his line was something, "You shouldn't hold back, but I will be holding back," which is the dumbest thing, but also a really kind of jerk thing to say.
But in a way, kind of cool. Is that correct?
Okay, depends on your tolerance for how cool you think anime stuff is. He is very, very anime. But yeah, the other returning character is our series favorite, Killick.
I am a big fan of him, and I'm very happy that you chose him.
He is, from what I remember with Soulcalibur, it's been a while since I've been on the series. I think my last game was 4. But he is probably the easiest new player character.
Yeah.
That would be to use. And so this thing right here, this is the Soul Clash. Basically, you can set up a rock, paper, scissors thing with the opponent, where I believe kicks beat vertical, vertical beats horizontal, or horizontal beats kicks. But if you don't choose fast enough, you're just going to get hit anyway. So you have to immediately start tapping something and guess what your opponent is doing.
What does it take to knock that guy off the ledge, by the way?
I got very few ring outs in this version.
Magnet shoes on or something.
But it does happily do the thing with ring outs where you can knock somebody out and then immediately follow after them because it doesn't magnetize you to the ring anymore.
Ah, perfect! That's the best.
Yeah, that's the main thing I love about ring outs in Soulcalibur. Otherwise, it'd be fun to just beat on them, but ring outs are superior for that. So Zhang Hua is also returning. She has basically the exact same style she's had in the previous games. When I was talking to a Namco rep, they referred to her as the main character of the series. Which I mean, I can see it. She's been in every game since Soulcalibur 1. And she wields the actual titular Soulcalibur.
Does her arc come to a close in this one?
I have no idea.
So soul still burn.
So that's the weird thing about the Soulcalibur story at this point. Soulcalibur 6 took place about 17 years after 4. Or, I'm sorry, 5 took place 17 years after 4. So it had a lot of kids of characters and older versions of characters. And then a lot of people kind of hated that. I don't want to be playing as this new red-haired version of Taki or Sophia's children.
Waldo Jr.
Yeah, basically they kind of time-skipped it. And the way to repair that cast choice was that to make Soulcalibur 6 a reboot. So I'm not sure exactly the details of how and why they went back in time, but they're back to the original Soulcalibur at this point.
Okay. I like when you do a reboot to not have the number 6 after that.
It's very weird. I guess it's an actual time travel story thing.
Oh, no.
They're officially going backwards. Grow is kind of more modern, I think, in terms of fashion sense, which makes me think that he has something to do with it.
Yeah.
But they're not saying quite yet. And you can see that the armor break system is in this game again. So I don't know exactly what determines it, but if someone's been hit enough, their armor just starts falling off. So Shuanghua is currently just wearing her Chinese dress as opposed to the shawl that was on top of it. I've noticed in a couple of matches when you break Gro's armor off, his eye patch comes off and his eye just seems to be fine.
Is that an affectation? Is that what you're saying?
Or like some sort of future eye patch thing. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
he's holding back as
Future eye
well.
patch.
Like, it could just be a Dragon Ball Scouter, as far as I know.
Yeah,
But,
it'd be like a Kano kind of thing.
did you ever hear the story of the Kano actor in Mortal Kombat?
No.
That he faked being Australian, and then no one knew until after the movie finished rapping?
Oh boy. It was such a
But-
simple time back then.
Yeah, in that match, we both tried critical arts, but we both missed. A lot of them, some of them OTG, which is that means they hit on the ground, but most of them don't. And like every time I chose Zhanghua, I tried to get her critical art to work, but I could never actually get it going.
Yeah.
It's critical arts they're not gimmies. They don't do chip damage if they just block or anything like that. They just kind of whiff.
Yeah.
So this is Nightmare, he's also a longtime Soulcalibur veteran. What was I doing here? Oh, I was trying to change to Mitsurugi. Okay.
So is Nightmare? My Soulcalibur lore is pretty rusty,
Mhm.
but is Nightmare the physical embodiment of the sword? Like,
So
is it? Yeah, with the consciousness and stuff, or what's going on there?
from what I recall, this is like from me playing Soul Blade back in the day, and then kind of
Yeah.
losing the lore back after that. But Siegfried won the original tournament,
Ah, that's right.
or at least he got access to the Soul Edge somehow.
Yes.
And then it took him over, and he became Nightmare.
That's right.
And then at some point, Zhanghua destroyed the Soul Edge, or like freed Siegfried from it. So after that, there were two characters of Nightmare and Siegfried.
Okay. Pre and
So
post.
he's actually incredibly fast in a way that like I did not expect for this game. I don't know if that's a thing from Soulcalibur V specifically, but I remember him being a lot weightier.
Mhm.
But the game in general is a lot faster, and it seems like they're de-emphasizing execution to a large extent, which is a thing a lot of modern fighting games do, where they're focusing more on how well you read your opponent. And like that rock paper scissors thing is a good example. You can just summon that whenever you want to, but if you do end up losing, your opponent's going to get a better advantage out of it. So it's really emphasizing how much you should figure out what your opponent is thinking before you risk trying to go after them.
Okay. Now, did you get a sense from the event, like, were they talking about? Because one of the things that I really liked about Soul Calibur on Dreamcast, for instance, was all the weird little modes that would have, like the gimmicky, like, oh, you're fighting in a ring that's full of rats and you're being slowly poisoned over time, for instance. And they kind of moved away from that in future in subsequent installments. Do you know if they're returning to that kind of weird solo gameplay, or?
I'm not sure. I asked specifically about a story mode and like mission modes, and they said that they're not quite talking about those yet.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's actually something that they're going to do, but I would hope so. Like even back in the old Soul Blade days of the Edge Master mode, like stuff like that was super cool, and it's what separated the series from contemporaries like Tekken.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do get around to doing that at some point.
Now you're playing against other people, correct? Not AI?
No, this is just the AI.
Oh, just the AI. Okay.
Yeah, there was I was trying to invite people in to play, but everyone else had their own setups to record, so I kind of just played against the AI and see what happens.
Uh huh.
Some of them were like surprisingly punishing. Some of them were very easy. This is Siegfried's critical art, which is the first one. He summons a nightmare horse that basically just runs right over and slams through Mitsurugi.
Huh.
But I would like to have seen more critical arts. I think in this video I was able to see Nightmares and Sopatias, but they're very similar to like most ultras you see in a lot of games like Mario vs. Capcom and Street Fighter V and stuff like that. But they're a bit faster, which I think is an intentional thing to keep the pacing of this match making more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume you didn't get a chance to tool with the character creator?
I did not. I'm not even sure if there is a character creator in this game. I would assume so because there has been in previous games.
There better be.
It's definitely my favorite like creation from Soul Calibur 4 was just a like I think eagle-headed muscle man that I named America.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to be doing guest characters to your knowledge? Like platform-specific ones?
They have not said. The
Okay.
Soulcalibur community itself is pretty split on whether or not they want guest characters again.
Oh, no.
I would kind of hope they would,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, Soulcalibur V, I think, like, who was it? That was Ezio in that game. And, like, 4 had Vader and Yoda. But, like,
Busted-ass Link.
Link was Soulcalibur 2. I'd hope
Yeah.
that they, like, if they ever do a Switch version, that they add Link or a Fire Emblem character or something like that again.
Or they should
Like
give him
Link.
Spawn just to troll him. Like, here you go. Ugh.
Spawn again, and Necrid,
Yeah.
because Todd McFarlane apparently has quite a bit of influence over the Soulcalibur team. But yeah, I would... If they do guest characters again, I can't... Kratos, maybe? That would make sense.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good one.
Mm.
Leo, who'd be your dream guest character, be honest?
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake!
Blasting away.
Yeah.
So, weapon combat game, put the guy who stands behind cover and shoots.
That's right. It worked in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Get it?
Everybody loved that game.
Fight as Parappa.
Yeah.
Alright, so look at you go.
Yep,
Oh,
there's
he's
him
lost
without
the eye patch.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just a future thing that he's like super into, I guess.
Just an accessory, really.
Or maybe it's an alternate past that is like the future.
Along with his way too tight suspender vest.
Oh dear. Got a lot of problems with this Grow guy. I'm not a huge fan of him, Run.
I mean, we'll see. I assume they're going to add more new characters down the line, but this is the first new one, so
Yeah.
interesting to see.
They can feel free to subtract one if they'd like as well. Alright. So you got a bunch more footage here, though.
I did. I got about half an hour of footage of various fights and colors and attempts at critical arts.
Attempts at critical arts. Alright. So what do you say? Should we just let this thing run?
Yep,
And
let's go.
people can listen to it and watch it uninterrupted with our insightful commentary.
Without all our grow hating.
Oh, exactly. We don't want to, like, taint people's opinions before they have a chance to get to know Grow on their own. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah, I love him now. He looks pretty cool. I take it back. He's great. All right, well, hey, thanks for playing. And let's just say that I noticed that you did get a perfect that one time, and I just didn't want to play it up. But yeah, I saw that. Okay, Imran, so you did real good.
Thank you for
gave us
notes.
And Leo, you hit play like nobody's business, buddy. Love
Hey, that's my job description, baby.
it. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
The wait is over. Let's begin. Are you sure? You asked for it.
Battle 1. Fight!
Sight ready? Sight ready? Sight ready? Cuts! It must be done! Sight ready? Overcome diversity! Gotcha! Overcome diversity!
Battle 2. Fight!
Ready? Ready? Let's do this! I'm just getting started! Forget it! Pathetic! Sight ready? Pathetic! Sight ready? I feel
Battle 3. Fight!
Sight ready? Time to end you! Gotcha! Your time is over! Too weak! Too weak! Heishiro Mitsurugi. Do not forget this name.
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Sophitia.
Oh, gods.
Xianghua.
I'm ready!
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
I'm sorry, but I can't back down. This is my big moment! I'm in!
Battle 1. Fight!
Pardon me! Can you keep up? It's over! It's over!
Battle 2. Fight!
See ya! I've got no choice! Excuse me! Was that too much? Excuse me! Was that too much?
Battle 3. Fight!
Pardon me. Just kidding. Oh, God. You're flying? I, too, cannot afford to lose. You're flying? I cannot allow myself to fall yet.
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Killick.
Let's do this!
Roll.
The target is mine.
A single slash can cut even the frozen air in two.
Try to resist your inevitable fate. Yes, it's my reason for living!
Battle 1. Fight!
Gotcha! There! See! Soya! See! See! Bro! See!
Battle 2. Fight!
me your strength! This is it!
Too close! Stay down!
Ling Shang Suba! Battle 3. Fight! No mercy! Going in! Despair! Feel my Battle 4. Fight! Take it! Despair!
Stay down! Gotcha! Scream!
Roar for me!
Ling Shang Suba! I strike! Now I serve! Om Vajra Dharma Kilik. I shall not hold back!
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Shanghua,
Let's do this!
Mitsurugi,
Ready for this?
warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
You think you can keep up?
You'll just be a stain on my blade.
Battle 1.
Fight! Ready?
How's another?
Let's do this! I'll never stop! I'm just getting started!
Battle 2.
Fight!
Battle 3.
Fight! Brace yourself!
Watch over me, Mother!
Ready?
How's another? How's another? How's another? How's another? Hey, yeah! Fall in love yet?
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Roll.
Understood.
Nightmare.
Your nightmare has begun!
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
Sword, quench
outsider encountered. Neutralizing threat.
Battle 1. Fight! Descend! Deploy! Don't move! You outsider! Not yet! Descend! Don't move! You outsider! Not yet! Descend! Battle 2. Fight! Separate! Ring out! Battle 3! Fight! Separate! A storm's coming! You will be erased! Take this! Take it! Take this! Take this!
Let order seep into your soul.
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Shanghua,
Let's do this!
Sophitia,
Here I go!
a single slash can cut even the frozen air in two.
You think you can keep up? I am ready to fight you.
Battle 1. Fight!
Another!
Battle 2. Fight!
I've got no choice! Thanks for the exercise.